Hey, Danny, it's Taylor from Ohio.
What's up, Taylor? How you doing, man?
Oh, Peachy, you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm drinking black cherry white claw. Getting ready
There you go.
to go out to this party in an hour and
Nice,
change.
nice.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I saw you put gun violence. You want to talk about that?
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, like in Ohio here, they passed a bill recently so you can carry your firearm with you without having like a gun permit at all, right?
You don't need any gun permit in Ohio at all.
So as long as it's like, yeah, as long as you're not like a felon or you're not like, a child, you
Okay. Hey,
can
hold on one second.
take it with you.
Sorry, it's hot as shit in my studio. I had to take my sweater off. Okay, so you can have it. You can have a in Ohio, which I thought Ohio was like generally fairly stricter gun laws. Just I feel like anything like north
And we're like Midwest
or
redneck.
Midwest or whatever. But like I
Yeah.
meant like just like not Southern, I guess. Um, you can as long as you don't. And do you need to like register your gun if you purchase it?
No, so like before this is going to go into effect into June, I think. But like before, if you wanted to, put your gun in your holster and put your shirt over it, conceal it. Like
Yeah.
a couple years ago, I had to go to a class, and you had to, learn how to handle your guns and everything.
Okay.
So when I was in this class, there's probably 20 people in there. The instructor said, "Who here's never shot a gun before?" And half the people raised their hands, right?
And the class
So
was
even
mandatory.
yes, at
So
the
like when you
time.
go buy the gun, they go here. You have to go do this class, which is I guess that's good. How to shoot a gun.
I guess what I'm saying is like if you wanted to carry it concealed, you had to take the class.
And is what's the alternative? Not like you can just have it on the outside.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, and what's the explanation behind that? Why do you have to take a class if you want to not show your gun? Just because you're more likely to get into a gunfight?
So like I guess like if you have it concealed, like people won't fuck with you, and then like I guess the thing is if you're instigating if you have it out, a lot of people will like perceive that.
Yeah, like if you have it out, that's like you're sending a message there.
Yes. So like if it's tucked under my shirt and nobody can see it, that's people just leave you alone.
Well, they don't know you have a gun.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah. But like
you might get, but so you're more likely to get in a confrontation that you have to use your gun if you conceal it,
yes.
just because they don't know.
I mean I'm saying that like people you'll get in interactions, I guess, but I guess you're
Have you ever had
inside.
any such interaction?
Not myself, but a couple of my buddies that do. They've said, "Oh, the guys will stop and say, hey, your gun's sticking out of your ass.
Yeah.
Pull your shirt over it."
Oh, you're
But
saying, oh no, someone just sees it. But I'm saying, have you ever had like any sort of scenario, even where you thought I might have to use this thing?
oh no, not personally.
No, but you carry it around all the time.
Yes,
Interesting. Is crime high where you live?
no,
You just like it?
yeah. Like I was always thought, like if I'm allowed to do this, I should do it just because I can.
Mm-hmm. And do you ever kind of have like, do you ever think through like like a scenario where you would have to use it? Like, do you ever kind of play that out in your head? Like, do you ever see stuff on the news? Like for example, like the subway thing today, right? Like, do you ever think if
Yeah,
I was on that fucking subway?
yeah. If I was on that subway, I'd be the first one out of that fucking door,
Well, I
dude.
was gonna
Fucking
say,
straight
yeah.
up.
Like, I mean, I guess the gun would be a good thing in the sense you could break the fucking windows and get the hell
Yeah,
out of there. But like, there was
yeah,
smoke grenade. Like, he had smoke bombs going off. So to start just firing seems like that's the
yeah.
worst idea.
Exactly. But like, what I'm getting at is there's all these people around that have no idea how to handle these guns, walking around with them,
Yeah.
which might end up being overall worse because like
Then if they
the
never had
amount
them
of
at
like
all.
maybe because like when I was there, just the amount of like times I had people pointing guns at me just because they weren't paying attention
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
didn't know
That's
what they were
even
doing.
unloaded, right? That's like the number
Yes,
one rule of gun. Even if it's not loaded, you
yeah,
never point a gun at somebody.
yeah, because the people they just hold it out and they were shooting and they'll just turn right around and next thing you know it's aimed right at you.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, so like that's like my main thing is
And
like
what are
people.
most people's motivations? Just like because I can. You think?
I mean, a lot of people just because I can, and then there's the people that like think they're going to be Clint Eastwood.
Because the self-defense thing, I've like, I've seen shows and they kind of go over it and they're like, the odds that you like as just a regular person with, the training of like this class, which is how long was this class?
It was like an 8-hour class.
So 1 8-hour class, and then you maybe go to the range from time to time. The odds that, you're going to just like, pull out your gun and just, drop some killer or whatever, and that's that.
Well, yeah, there's not like
super low that you're not going to panic. What's that?
Yeah, there's not like gun battles on the streets of America every day.
No, but like, I guess you see a lot of like gas station footage, you see all these like videos where it's like someone comes in and robs a gas station and then some guy comes and like, shoots some robber and is the hero. It's always like, I guess the idea is you're going to be the hero or you're going to, it's going to be like self-defense, I guess.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I guess the gun would be a good thing in self-defense, but you're asking for so many scenarios for that to go wrong.
Yeah, like it's tough because like you're more likely to get hit by lightning than ever have to need it.
Yeah, so. I remember a very common thing in Canada. I'm sure it's not the case in America at all, but in Canada, people would be like, "Yeah, my uncle was a police officer and he retired and he never drew his weapon in his whole like career."
Yeah,
it's just like they're like, yeah, it's like some places it's just like there's so little crime that they're like, yeah, I don't know, never took it out. Maybe it's never took it out, and maybe never fired it, but definitely like it's never fired their weapon. Like,
well, yeah, it's probably used as a deterrent a lot.
Yeah, it's mostly used as a deterrent, exactly. But they don't like in America traffic stops you see it all the time where like they'll just take their guns out, whereas in Canada that's unheard of. Like
it's hand on the gun when they're coming up to the car.
Exactly. So. Whereas and I mean again, it's like everybody has a gun here, so.
Yeah.
If I was a cop, I would not want to be a cop if I wasn't allowed to do that because I'd be like, fuck, everybody has guns. I want to have my hand on my gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, do you have a lot of guns?
I have a few.
Yeah. And so I don't even know. So what is your like, position on this then? Cause you obviously are pro gun, but then you don't like the fact that there's all these clowns who just kind of, it's so easy to get guns.
So like my take is, you should be able to have, machine guns in your pants if you want. I don't care. But like the training for at least to carry around, loaded all the time needs to be more than it is now.
More than the 8 hours?
More than it needs to be 2 or 3 times that.
Okay. And you think really like if like someone who might be a liability at 8 hours at 24 hours, they're good?
I mean, that's like, you can do a lot.
Is there any sort of like up maintenance training where you have to do like every couple of years just to kind of like a license?
Yeah. So like I have like a license and it goes for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if I renew it before it expires, I'm good. But if I let it expire, I have to do the class again.
Right. So same as like a driver's license, similar.
Yes.
But yeah,
it would help with a lot of people because, like I said, there was people looking down the fucking barrels and shit like that.
Yeah. Like
just not good stuff.
Like police academy shit, where it's like not. Yeah. I mean that's I guess the problem with the gun stuff is, and then obviously everybody goes, oh well, we need gun control, and you're like, but the people who like you want gun control for, like these bad people, like they're still gonna go get a gun. Like it's not gonna stop them. Like even in Canada, where it's the case, everybody goes like, can't get a gun in Canada. There's still criminals who get guns to commit crimes.
Yeah,
it's just like nobody else has them. It's just it's just the police and the criminals. So, all right, cool. Thanks for calling in, man.
Of course, thanks, Danny.
Take care, bye.